Right, so now we have our 50% bonus. If we use that on this one, even though we're a little bit ahead of time, we still only need 77 days. That's a no-brainer, right? That's 15% more output, just like that. So we're gonna do it. That's gonna be done in a couple of days. That's also really good. And then we're gonna do that. Did we get a bonus here somewhere? Which one was it? That one. So we probably want to go down there relatively soon. For now we're just gonna continue here. 264 days, sure. Good thing about land doctrines is they don't have a time set anywhere, time constraint. Where you get a penalty for researching stuff too early, so that's always nice. 666 days, I saw that. I'm gonna start training. We're not gonna be able to pump anything out because we don't have the guns to even field those units, but I want to set it up. Let's say we're gonna do it in batches of 6, and we're gonna do like 30. Go here, and attach to that one? No, let's do this one. And then we can reshuffle them as needed. We could also start training these guys now, but still, they don't have the equipment yet, so whenever they get that, we will lose experience, so we just have to wait until we're at ±0 here. And then we can do the training. I guess that's okay. So that would be 1 focus, 2, 3, 4. That's what, 280 days to get there? War support and stability, I like that first, just to get rid of all that malus. We're down to -28 instead of -48, but it's still minus and I don't like it. I'm gonna do that one first, so we can get a boost on our research. The longer you wait in getting research slots, the more you lag behind. So, Evil Army, what did you miss? Not much. We started as Manchukuo, gonna do the Mandate of Heaven down here. And become the Great Chinese Empire after we rid ourselves of our protectorate status from Japan. Speaking of which, what are you doing? Liaison Conference. And then they're gonna do that and call us into the Greater East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere. And once they do that, we definitely have to make sure we're not a protectorate anymore, because Marco Polo Bridge incident is right after that.
Oh, yeah.
Yup. Historical accurate AI, yes, that is true. This time. I did the same yesterday with non-historical AI. Thanks for the follow, by the way. And the first thing that happened, Japan became a shogunate. China never formed the big blob of Chinese defense league thing. You know what I mean, right? Hungary swallowed Austria whole. France became communist and allied with Spain and Poland against Germany, which didn't go so well because Germany then attacked and allied with Italy, which just thrust into unprotected France in the south. And then we had the Austro-Hungarian Empire resurrected, and we had Axis all over here. Poland was its own faction, UK was pretty much the only ally. Canada peaced out and didn't want to do anything with the rest of the world. Soviet Union kind of did their own civil war thing in the end, and we were stuck in a war between China, Japan, and the Soviet Union with, like, that manpower. Didn't go so well. So this time, historical AI. Yeah. So, 37 has just started, and we already have this. That is amazing. We're gonna go with construction because we need the speed. All the speed. Your computer isn't working, so you're on PS4. Hey, even if you're on mobile, as long as you're watching, I mean, right? I've been traveling between work and home, which I briefly said earlier. Home is currently here, work is somewhere there, as Bendeline pointed out, so roughly there. 600 kilometers. And I currently don't have internet, well, at work, but not in my temporary home down there, so I was watching YouTube on my mobile, and I can wholeheartedly tell you that that is an experience that I don't want to repeat ever again because it sucks. Anyway, we can do some more stuff. Now we do have low legitimacy, which we need to work on, and we do have this Quantung Veto, which basically increases all the cost for everything that's roughly important. Like, look at that, 150 is now 187. That we can get rid of. There are some things in here, like these, that are not affected by this. So we currently just stick to those to not waste any points, because, as I said, we don't have anything. We don't have points, we don't have command power, we don't have factories. We're actually going up from 1 to 10 factories, is quite nice. And we built none of those, so that's good. What can we do? I think we're going to start with this one now, because that's what we're going to get into relatively soon. There's our next research slot done. And this we can only do if we have either 50 factories, or we basically control China. Yeah, so that's gonna take a while. Okay. We're gonna do this one now to become a puppet of Japan and raise stability and war support. Good idea, that. Insufficient resources. We need steel. That's a new thing. Nothing we can do about that. We don't have factories to give away to trade for steel. It's not gonna be a thing. We're gonna get into this, and that will take a while. Get the gas chambers! Wrong country. I'm not gonna say great idea. I might be thinking that, just, you know, as a sort of sarcastic comment, being German and all of that, but I'm not gonna say it. So Japan, what are you doing? The great thing about being a puppet or protectorate of Japan is that we see what they are doing, so we know where their armies are before we attack anything. And obviously, preparing for the invasion of China, they're going to do the usual thing. They're going to naval invade over here, they're going to try it somewhere down here. They're going to attack heavily over here, obviously they're going to have their thing here. What we're going to do is we're going to watch that for a while. See if China is able to hold their own. Usually they are for a while, right? And then we're going to swoop in, we're going to get these two ports. That one. And that one. If they have invaded down here, I don't care, because as long as they don't connect up here, these ports won't do anything for getting supplies in here. And we're gonna swoop down the Korean peninsula, get that one port. That means Japan can't land here unless they do a naval invasion. We're obviously gonna get this port as soon as we can, so they can't land here, they can't land anywhere without doing a naval invasion, which we get notified of if that happens, usually. And then we're gonna kill all the troops they sent over here. And with that, we might even have the chance to counter naval invade. By then we should actually have some naval invasion tech. Or paratroopers, that's probably not gonna happen. We'll have to see how that works. I'm pretty sure there will be a decision once we get all the continental holdings of Japan, that they will peace out with us and we can just gain our independence. Yep. Want me to find out your German? Click on Germany and look at the German leader pick. Yeah, you are technically right, but as you can see from the slightly rusty UI here, I do have a mod running. I'm only running visual mods, the rest is just Waking the Tiger core game, but I'm running some visual mods, as you can see from the buttons up here and other stuff. Where's all the other stuff? I don't know, the map font, a little bit different colors. So, yeah, sucks to be me. Not really allowed to show that, but I do it anyway. We have joined the Greater East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere. Not that we had a chance. But that means, having done that just now, was really, really good. Because now we are an imperial subject, aka a puppet, on our path to freedom. Well, not really, because we're currently stuck here, we're not gaining any points, but they now have to call us into the war. No. I don't want anything from you. And we can say no when they call us in, which is really good. We're now going to request control of the railways, which, first of all, gives us 4 infrastructure, which is usually a thing I do in the beginning of the game. Like, over here we have 4. Yeah, 4. This one has 5, this one has 6. That is a Japanese focus to build up the Manchukuo area. They can do a couple more of those. I would usually get that up to 5, just to get a nice bonus when we're building other stuff. Like this gives us 40%, this is 60% because we have 6 infrastructure, so having 50% is always nice. But now we get, for these 4 down here, or these 4 down here, I'm not quite sure which ones they are, we get that boosted for us. And we get something else, which I'm not going to tell you, because I'm going to show you as soon as we get there. It will be in here. Is there anything else that popped up? Where are we on this? We are fascist, we're not gaining anything. Oh, something stuck in my throat. That's what she said. Do we need to work on this in any way? Probably not right now. We're quite okay. Hindenburg incident, yeah, sure. Close call. Okay. Hindenburg actually survived. We did take historical AI, right? Did you claim Memel? Not yet. Interesting. What are you going for right now? A-hole Hitler. Treaty with the USSR. Okay, that's pretty much historical. It's good. That seems to be going as usual. No need to worry about anything here. One of the things we just did gave us 1 factory, it seems, and this is a little bit buggy. As you can see, we have ghost factories assigned, but we still have 2 that are not assigned. I can click this again, and they are going to be assigned. It's a bit weird. Don't think about it. So, that's what we're gonna do. That's what I want. We're really short on guns now, which is, well, obviously because we're trying to deploy stuff. And everything is going in here. So that comes first, that comes last, and that goes in between. That should make sure that all our troops in the field get their guns first. Let's have a look. You don't have any. Don't have any. It's better than before. We were down to like 1/4 and we're now up to 2/3. Yeah, it's okay. We're getting there. Make potato rifles. Yeah, I don't have anything else. So that is what I'm doing. Potato rifles. Nice. Next one. Keep on going. Insufficient resources. 1 tungsten. Yes, I know. We don't have any of that. It doesn't really matter. It's just 1 tungsten. It's like 5% or something. Yeah, lack of resources 5%. It's okay. The lack of stability is worse. Oh, we're kind of working on that. We just got 10% here. If we go to war, that drops by 30%, so we need to be aware of that. There's more stability right here. And there's military factories, which would be good. There's more stability in war support right here. And more stability right here. So this is the route we have to go for the stability, to get more production output and all of that stuff. And this will boost our output in general. Those 4 factors will come in handy, I can tell you that. I'm not gonna go down here. It's not really anything in there that interests me that much. We do get some stuff, we do get some extra manpower, but nah. I like the other route better. Do we want to do any of these? We lose a lot of stability. That's not gonna happen. There you go. Request control of the railways. So now what happens is we can divert machine tooling. With the railways under our control, we can ensure that some shipments of machine tooling get, air quotes, lost. I'm actually doing that with my fingers, which you can't see. In an administrative error. And what happens then is we get a civilian factory, and this thing is repeatable. It takes, as you can see there, 90 days. So it will effectively build a civilian factory every 90 days. This can't do that in that speed. Like, look, military factory here, 7,200 points. What's a civilian factory? That's even more, 10,800. So it's a third more. And this is 3rd of November, and it's almost halfway done already, and we're in July. So that's nowhere near 90 days. So yeah, we're gonna do this. It costs 50 political power every time we do that, which is the only drawback really. But then 50 political power, we get about 1 per day as soon as we get our stability back up and we actually have a national focus running. So we need 50 days to accumulate enough power to do something that takes 90 days to complete. There shouldn't be any issue here. We have 40 surplus political power, so once in a while we can actually do something else with that power, which is okay. Alright, what are we going to do next? Stability. probably the first thing we want to do. We could do more building slots still. We don't need that right now, and there's nothing here we can do. This will take up too many time to get us anywhere where it actually, you know, benefits us. Yeah, now we're gonna do this one first. The overall benefits we gain from stability is just way, way greater. And we're gonna do this right away. 90 days. Here we go. Leadership purchase in the Soviet Union. Good. Yeah, you do your thing. Construction 2. Now it's a bit early to start that. So I guess for now over here we're done, right? Yeah, we're not near the cap anywhere, and we're probably gonna switch these out for infantry equipment 1, the one that comes after basic, before we reach the cap here, and then that drops us down to like 20% again. So we're not gonna have to do any of this. We can't do any of this. We could waste some time and money into this, because with the amount of resources we get here, we have like, I don't know, 40 steel. So we get 4 extra steel. Ooh. We can't do any tanks or airplanes, so doing rubber and oil is like out of the question. And we would have to build those factories anyway. We could do this one, which we definitely are going to do at some stage. We are already doing this, so that's no need to worry. We could do that. Since we're doing artillery, might as well get the free upgrade of 10%. Or we could go in here and start this. And I think we're going to do this one first, because the sooner we start producing these, the faster they... Well, not the faster. It takes the same time if we start, you know, producing them now, and it takes 100 days to get an extra 2% production efficiency. Or if we do it in 10 years, it will still take another 100 days to get those 2%. You know what I mean, right? But if we start it right now, then when stuff like this happens, we actually are at an already pretty okay percentage. So now, hopefully, we just don't get drawn into the war. Chinese United Front forms. Everybody joins. Shut up. There's the war in China. It's happening. And as you can see, we're not part of it, and Japan actually asks us. Sucks to be you. Yeah, we're not gonna get drawn into this. You just do your thing. Be merry. Make it babies. I don't know. Something like that. Right, we do need those troops now. pretty fast. It's not gonna happen. We need the military factories. We need way more military factories. Do we still have steel? Yes, we do still have steel. We get 4 military factories. So let's put 3 here, and then we still have these to go. How are we on that? 400 days. 800 days, no, 400 days. Okay, yeah, Need to be fairly conscious about how we are going to divide them. So we're gonna do this. And we're gonna go down here. That's what we're gonna do first. Get those 4 factories. And those 4 are the ones that I basically have put in here. 3 here, 1 here. And then we have a surplus one if we ever get one. Like here. In November. Also gonna up these numbers. And I'm gonna shuffle this around a little bit. I always like to have the ones that complete first, because they only have 1 or 2 items in here at the top, and the big ones at the bottom. There's no real reason, I just like it that way, I guess. Because once this one is gone, the whole item will disappear. When this one is gone, it will just go down to 5, and it will stay here and just do its thing, right? So this will just make sure we have less items in the queue, I guess. Keeps this nice and tidy. Other than that, there's no real benefit. If you were really strategically working on this, you would probably construct the factories up here first and the ones down here last, just because of the risk of being attacked down here and losing stuff. Yeah, oh well. Japan, what are you doing? This isn't going anywhere. Yeah, usually you would have this whole front. Well, you do have Manchukuo, so you can attack, right? Cannot see your war specifically. No, I can't. I can't really. Okay, good. 10% base stability, nice. This will give us 4 units with 7 infantry and 2 artillery, and they will be elite units, so we are going to use those as well. And those are going to be over here probably. Now, let's start with giving these guys some orders, even though we're not going to execute them straight away. The master at work. Right there. You. Right there. There's 2 units in here. We do have a landing down here. They did not yet get a port. This one would be easy to get, but... Aha. Stupid horse. They do need that port if they want to have more organization for their troops. Otherwise, China is going to crush them. As soon as this gets a real foothold, this will break out, because they need to divert troops. Look at that, 66 troops there. There's nothing happening down here yet. Interesting. And Japan is shuffling over troops. All the troops. That stack of 30 here probably was the fleet. And there's not much left over here. It's just, you know, landing there is still going to be an issue. Right, what else are we going to do? We should probably think about our military staff now.